Good evening, everyone. It is your Realtor Hugo here with another daily real estate live. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Hugo Guintanilla, your licensed Realtor in Maryland. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another 15 to 20 minutes a day to learn a little bit more about real estate and how it can impact you and those around you. As always, I am a licensed realtor in Maryland with Long and Foster. Feel free and reach out. My phone number 240-389-4846. My email hugo@lnf.com, and my website is yourrealtorhugo.com. Ladies and gentlemen, really one more time, round of applause for you guys. You are making this really an enjoyable experience. Some of the dialogue and the feedback that we've had in the comments has been very um, relieving to see, to be honest. All of you have so many opinions about certain things, and it's nice. It's nice to be able to have some discussions with some of you. I'm sorry to those that I'm not able to get back to. You know, it's been kind of a busy week, but I really do appreciate you taking the time, and please don't delete them. I see when you delete them. Don't delete them, because it always leaves me wondering, like, what did you say? So, again, if you have any questions about real estate, feel free and reach out. My phone number is always open. My socials are open as well. We're on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, Twitch.com, Spotify, and YouTube Music. So feel free and participate on the platform of choice. But today, we're going to be talking about the ultimate guide to eco-friendly living in Gaithersburg and Rockville. Green houses, green homes have been a trend, and hopefully one to stay. Hopefully it becomes a standard, but we're going to discover how eco-friendly and sustainable living has really become a great selling point in Maryland, in particular Gaithersburg and Rockville. So, number one, understanding eco-friendly living. What does it mean to have a green home? Is it more, landscaping, or is there something actually in particular about the property that would make it um, energy efficient, make it more effective in its use of utilities? Really, let's not kind of beat around the bush. Eco-friendly living means that it's benefiting the environment. It's not really, well, I shouldn't say that. It is maximized and optimized for your pleasure and comfort, but the benefits are seen by the reduced amount of emissions, as well as cost to the environment, carbon footprint, whatever you want to use to determine, the impact. But the eco-friendly appliances and utilities, they truly make a difference when you look at the big scope of pictures of how many homes there are in America and how we all should be doing our part. Eco-friendly living not only helps you, but it helps your neighbors, it helps communities. And I can tell you, places with a lot of industrialization, they have tons of pollution. So eco-friendly living can sometimes help offset that, but it's very difficult when you live in a snow globe. Number two, energy efficient appliances. How to choose energy efficient appliances? You really have to go for what your pocketbook will allow, that will meet your needs. Think of it this way: you're investing in products that will last about 7 to 10 years. So invest in quality, don't skimp, and do your research on features and reviews. You never want to be the first one to use anything, but you also don't want to be the last one to use something. So make sure that you are aware of what trends are popular and what their end design flaws are. For example, we saw, unfortunately, Samsung had a few bad episodes of some of their refrigerators, but it seemed that they had improved it by the end of the year, last year. But I digress. The important thing is to keep in mind energy efficient appliances. They will save you money and, again, have better efficiency on the materials and utilities that they use. You want to also look for the Energy Star logo, and those products are probably some of the best in energy efficiency. Number three, solar panels. The basics of solar panels can get a little complicated depending on the company, but more than anything else, you have to understand that it is a contract with a third party company. And sometimes the stipulations for you to sell go through that third party company, and that can be very difficult at times. Now, if you're early to the situation, if you are very communicative and you put everything in writing the way you should, it can get easier, but it can be delayed. So you would hate to see your home not close or you not being able to sell because of some paperwork on the solar panels. Number four. Well, actually, going back to solar panels, the biggest thing with solar panels is their benefit. They by far help offset the cost of themselves as well as your utilities. But there are some downsides. There are proper installations that need to be done by trained technicians, and they need to be clean. They can't just be at the elements. They have to be serviced and cleaned to make sure that they're in optimal condition, so that they don't just basically end up being shiny little metal pieces on the top of your roof. They actually stay working and functional. Now, number four, water conservation. You gotta see how you can conserve water. Water by far will be one of your biggest expenses. I was just watching some TikToks on rainwater collection and how much potential rainwater there is that could come free from the sky. But you have to be smart about even that, collecting that water, distributing that water, do what you're going to do with that water. So what you could do is control the things that you can't control. You can't control the rain, but you can control your faucets, your fixtures. Installing low flow fixtures can really, really help. And then on top of that, you have some rainwater harvesting. You can use that for your crops or anything in your garden. These are all things to think about. Number five, insulation and windows. Proper installation and double glazed windows are a must. If you can, try to invest more in these areas, because remember, these are the areas where the investment here will pay for tenfold, because at this point, it is preservation of what's happening inside. So if it's cold and you want to keep the warmth in, you need energy efficient windows and also good insulation. No energy efficient product will work if it's not properly installed. So keep that in mind. Number six, sustainable building materials. Choose sustainable non-toxic materials for renovations. There are eco-friendly materials like bamboo and recycled steel. Just don't ask your aunt for some screws. At any rate, um, more and more we're going to start seeing these sustainable materials, so keep your eyes out. They will get cheaper. I know they are quite pricey right now, but that's just the nature of innovation. It's very expensive in the beginning, and then there's a reduction in price as it becomes more commonplace. So number seven, waste reduction. There are some easy ways that you could reduce, reuse, and recycle. You just have to program that into your head. Composting is also a great way to manage some of your waste. Now, it comes with its own pros and cons, and you have to be careful that you're not composting yourself to death, but it can really make great fertilizer and help your plants out a lot if you've done properly. Number eight, green landscaping. Tips for creating an eco-friendly garden. That's something that really you would have to leave either one to a professional or to your own discerning eye, because I feel personally that landscaping needs to be personal. It's an expression of yourself. If you want to put trees, put trees. If you want to put flowers, put flowers. But you have to decide all of that. Number nine, indoor air quality. Improve the air quality with houseplants and natural cleaners. Good ventilation helps to avoid toxic products and their fumes. So sometimes it's not so much that there might be something on the outside that's going to get you. It could be very well that something on the inside is going to get you. So a house plant can help draw some of that out. And then furthermore, keeping good ventilation in the property will save you a lot of headache, literally, because it can be a gas like radon. Radon's horribly toxic. So you never want to be in a position where you're discovering these things at the last minute. Number 10, and the last one for tonight, community improvements, local programs and initiatives supporting green living. They're all over the place. Every county has one. So go ahead and do a quick Google search and get involved. The sooner that you get involved with green initiatives and actually using some of these products, the more that these products will be made. That's the law of supply and demand when it comes to these companies. They need to be able to justify the sales to create the innovations. And otherwise, they're just going to keep rebranding the same things over and over again. And we've seen many companies do that. But if you're just joining us today, we are talking about the ultimate guide to eco-friendly living in Gaithersburg and Rockville. To recap, number 1 is understand eco-friendly living. Number 2 was energy efficient appliances. Number 3 was solar power. Number 4 was water conservation. Number 5, insulation and windows. Number 6, sustainable building materials. Number 7, waste reduction. Number 8, green landscaping. Number 9, indoor air quality. And number 10, community improvement. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions about real estate, about this live and eco-friendly living, feel free and reach out. It's becoming a very important topic. There's already designations on it that can help you to better understand this sort of new wave that hopefully is here to stay. So if you need any help, my phone number 240-389-4846. My email is hugo@lnf.com, and my website is yourrealtorhugo.com. I will be back in a few minutes, and we'll do another live for the mental health check-in. Take care. I'll see you soon.